Hello everybody and welcome back to ForgeCraft Modpack with TechnoJock. This episode I'm hoping to get ourselves out of doing Britannia and into something new. So we have got some bits and bobs to do. As you can see, I have visualized our portal to Alfheim. So we're ready to do that. I've got a couple of bits and bobs that I need to craft up with you guys, but this is a really cool feature. If you go into the portal for Alfheim, you can have a look through and see how it's made and get all the recipes and whatnot, but then you get this thing where you visualize and then click where you want the anchor point to be, like that, and you can see exactly how you've got to build it, and it does it for the terrestrial agglomeration plate setup as well. So I fancied having this flush with the ground, which means these have got to be set one block below the ground. So if I put a mana pool here and I'll put a mana pool there, I'll unvisualize this for the time being so we can do what we want to do. Now you'll see I've got this one recessed in quite a cool way with some living rock round about it, and it's these carpenter's collapsible blocks, which are just a 3x3 of carpenter's normal blocks, and then you use the carpenter's hammer to whack on the corner like that, and it makes it sink down. So like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then with some normal living rock I can go and camouflage it like this, and I think you'll agree that looks pretty cool. So that's nice. Now what else do we need? We need some, we've got plenty of mana in here, we've got well over half a pool, so if I come over here and drop down one each of the mana thingies, then some particles will happen, and there'll be a swing in a moment. And any moment now, come on, chop chop. Takes a while even with a spark. If you try and use a mana spreader, it takes a ridiculous length of time. Nearly there, nearly there. There we go. And now we have one terrasteel. Now if we toddle over here, we need to make our gateway core. Gateway core, this thing, like that, and we need to make pylons. Ugh, that's not how you spell pylon. These things, Natura pylons. Okay, so we need 2 I've ender, like that, and then like that, and the other one like that. Perfect. So let's get all the other things ready. Like that, and I want some carpenter wedge slopes. Just want the 2. We'll get 6. And if we come over here, right, 1 gateway core. Living wood, living wood, living wood, living wood, glimmering living wood, glimmering living wood, gateway core, not gateway core, living wood, and we'll shift these down. We'll make it look aesthetically pleasing. Like that, and like that. Did I not make a 3rd glimmering living wood? I don't believe I did. I only made 2. So, glimmer. That's not how you spell glimmer. Getting good at this, misspelling things. Like that. That looks nice. And then we need to put our Natura pylons there and there. Nice. Now we need to get some mana into those pools. Let's actually not use that, and let's use a mana tablet. like that one. So we should have a reasonable amount left in here. Yeah, a little bit. And like that. That'll soak that up. We should have a reasonable amount downstairs as well. Change that over. This thing is great for doing this. Have one sample there, and if you just keep some rock, which I've obviously just used my last, but if you have some rock and some wood on you, as you go by, you just casually tap on it and swap out the living rock and living wood for stone and wood, which is great. I will automate that at some point in the future, but I'm not going to make a big deal of that at the moment. So if we put that in, I'm going to have to kind of shove it underneath like that. There we go. Yep, that'll go into there, and I will actually use this in here. So I think... is that one empty? Yes, that one's empty. And this one should be done in just a moment. That should be plenty in there. I'll put the rest into that one like that. I think a quarter should do it. We've got just enough that we can still scoot around. Let us activate our gateway. Superb. Right, first thing on the agenda, throw that in and get it back out. Now, Lexica Britannia with the Elven Guard stuffy in it. Now, first things first, things that we want to do, resources of the Alfheim. So, Dreamwood, yeah, that'll be good. Dreamwood, Elementium, also good. Pixie dust, that's what I'm needing, because I'm thinking... What am I thinking? What I'm thinking is, I want a new kind of flower. Actually, I don't know what this is. Oh, that's quite cool. Haven't seen that before. Right, that's the one that makes mogs kill each other. This is the one that I'm wanting. The Lunium. Because this one, with a large amount of mana, will make dungeon loot. And dungeon loot includes iridium. Because at the moment our iridium production is going to be pretty slow. Even now, we've only got 24 buckets of UU matter, which is enough to make 1 iridium. And a little bit left over. I think it's 23 buckets to make 1 iridium. So we need to get that going a little bit better. How are these doing? I need to get some mana gen up here, pretty sharpish as well. Yeah, we need to get some sparks on the go. Spark augmentation thingies. We want dispersive, so we're going to need a lot of pixie dust for each of these. It's basically just pixie dust, so I need to get a lot of pixie dust. So I want to get... First of all, I want to take off my magnet ring, and I want to get a bunch of mana pearls. I think I'm going to make 30. And I don't have enough mana there. That's annoying. Okay. I did get 18 of them. Let's go punt all these through and get pixie dust. Right, that'll do for the moment. Let me make some sparks. I could maybe do something there. Let me go and make some dispersive sparks, and I can maybe put something on here. And I'll be back in a second. Actually, that didn't take very long at all. So I've got some sparks here, and I've got this dispersive thingy bob. Now we don't have any mana in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack this open like that. I'm going to put a spark on there like that, and I'm going to put this dispersive on here for the time being. I'll probably take that off, and if I go and recharge this down here, yeah, that's got a reasonable amount of mana in it, and I'll see how that's doing. That's enough for the time being. And if I put this onto the one with the dispersive spark on it, then that should go over to the other one like that. Now why is... oh, it's going into my mana thingy bob. I don't want it to go into my mana one. That's interesting, I didn't know it was going to do that. Okay, that's all gone into my mana tablet. Let's put that away and do the same again. I thought that was going to go in there. So I need to try a dominant spark then. So the dominant one needs a fire rune. I don't have a fire rune. Let's go, and we need, okay, 3 mana steel, a nether brick, gunpowder, and nether wart. So mana steel we can do 1, 2, and 3. Nether brick. Well, we can do that in just a second. We can smelt up that. Oh no, we need nether wart as well. I've only got 1 nether wart over here, so I'm gonna do... what am I gonna do? Uses for nether wart: crop mutation, crop produce. Yeah, that's not handy. Bioreactor, cauldron, crop mutation. Well, that's not handy at all. Right, okay, a quick trip to the nether then, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I was a little bit silly. I'd forgotten that I could have just got nether wart from the tablet, but never mind. So, we're going to make this. We get one of those, one of those, one of those, and 3 of those, and... give it a whack. Oh, it would be helpful if I actually had a mana spreader, and link it to there, and that might be enough, hopefully, with any luck. And I'll need some living rock. Yeah, it should be sufficient. So once that's done, then we'll be able to make our spark thingy bob. That one. I'll just put the rune in there. Any minute now. And now. Perfect. Pretty sure I've had those before. Right, dominant spark. Let's put that on there like that, and there we go. That's what we need. So that's good, and then if I put another one on there and there, then that should work. But in the meantime, I can close this back up. Need another mana glass. That should be okay. So I need a bunch more of those sparks, and then I need to put, not altogether sure how I'm going to really do this with this thing here. I need to make a chain of, hello, I need to make a chain of mana spreaders or something, I think, up to the top. Why is that one not firing? Because that's empty, that's why. Okay. Right, that's going nicely. So if I do another mana spreader system all the way up to top, let's go and do it like this, I think. If we go here, need that, and let's just go ta-da, up to the top, out like that, there we go. And then we can come over with it. Might go underground with it, but I'm not altogether sure. And we'll bring it over to here. Now if I move that mana pool over to next to this, then I think that would probably be sensible, or maybe there, and then it can be the one that pulls in the mana from everywhere else. Sound like a plan? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're back, and I've done a fair bit actually in your absence. We have now got a little tower of mana spreaders going up, so we've got a good amount of mana in there, good amount of mana in there, going up to a good amount of mana in there, which is going up to here, which I discovered that yes, you can put a mana spreader on top of a mana pool, which is nice. Going over to this mana pool here, which has a spark on it, and this one is a recessive spark. If we have a look at spark. So I thought that the dispersive one was the one that we wanted, but no, that one kind of fills up things in your inventory. Sort of like a wireless charger for mana. And I don't want to stick dominance on everything. What I wanted was this recessive one. So basically, if there's another pool with a spark on it anywhere in range, it'll dump the mana out of that and into the other one. So that's what I've got over here, just a normal spark on a mana pool, and this one is over. I shall show you if I can get unstuck. That is directly below this corner over here. So if I give this spark here a little whack, you can see the little line goes down and links up down there. Now this is connected to another mana pool which is below here. It's below that one, off to the side slightly. Might be able to, yeah, you can just see there. It's there, and there's a mana spreader next to that pointing up into the bottom of this. So when we start crafting things, I need to set this up with auto crafting, but when that gets started, that will auto craft our runic items as well. But what I really need to do is I need to set that there, and I need to set that there as well. Now that is set up as the dominant spark at the moment, and that will continue to fill that pool up, and I'm not sure that I really want that to happen. So I'm going to quickly knock that mana glass off and take that dominant spark off and pop that there. Now these should all start getting mana when we need it, or I might need to put a dominant there and a dominant there. Yeah. and that would keep these full up. That's what I think I might need to do. Other things I have done, over here you will see that this has changed somewhat. We've got mana glass on top, and we've got a thing here. So I have run some cable up over here to an ME interface, which is keeping a stack of wood and stone at all times. We have got a couple of level emitters, one for stone and one for living stone and living wood, going into this redstone receiver. This is going through and splitting up. Basically, this one is checking to see that redstone receiver, is it receiving a signal saying that we're full of living wood, living stone rather, living rock. If it's not full of living rock, if it's not receiving that signal, it will put, every 100 seconds, it will put some wood up onto the side, or some stone up onto the side for stone. And the exact same thing, but for the living wood on the other side. There. And then the other bit of it here, don't need that just now, camouflage to make it look like mossy living stone or living rock bricks, and it's just harvesting from these block gates anything that it can. So if there's any living rock or living wood appears on these, then it will instantly harvest it. Now, in fact, what I shall do is I shall actually get some and show you, because in fact if I pull that out there and that out there, shortly, there we go, it places some down. Put this back in. Where's that stuff? Where did I put it? Not seeing it. There it is. So in a minute, once it has all turned to living rock and living wood, it will harvest it as soon as it is ready. And there we go. It was as quick as that. So it's not quite as efficient as I'd have liked. I would have liked to do it that the block gates would detect when there's wood and stone above them, so they wouldn't do anything, and that way it would instantly swap over. But I think when the wood and the stone have got sparkles round about them, they're technically a different kind of block, so it wasn't detecting it properly. So it was being a little bit of a pain, which is a shame. I'd quite like to have this doing something differently. Yeah, it's starting to fill up this pool and it's not actually putting it out. So I think what I might need to do is make all of these ones up here into dominant sparks, which isn't exactly what I'd wanted to do. Unless I can make another recessive spark. Let's have a quick look and see if another recessive one like that. Let's try and put that on the other one and see if it'll make a difference, make it do what I want it to do, like that. Is it gonna do? Does appear to be kind of going down a little bit. I don't think that's now going to this one though. No. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't emptying out properly there. So I'm going to have to make some more dominant. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that one will draw from there, okay. I think, yes. Or it'll draw from there. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3 more dominant sparks I need. So I've got a dominant there. So that'd be, yeah, 1 there, 2, 3, and 4 I need in total. So dominant spark. And I need 1 more fire rune. And the fire runes were the nether wart, gunpowder, nether brick, mana steel, and around there. So I shall go and make, well, I need to put one of these under here, otherwise I'm not going to be able to craft things. So if I, alright, there's some in there. So if I do that, yeah, it's going to draw from there. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. Don't particularly want it to draw down everything, but that's fine. So we want mana steel, 3 of. Let's get rid of some of this. That can go, that can go, that can go, that can go, and that can go. That should be fine. And I can get rid of the sparks. I don't need any more of those. So I need 3 mana steel, gunpowder. I need nether brick and nether wart. And I need living rock. Right, so like that, like that, like that, like that. Give it a whack. Make 3 of these. Ready in 2, 1, go. Right, and I needed 4 in total, didn't I? I need to go, let's make a few mana steel. Oh no! Of course there's no more mana left in there. Right, quickly, let's... And where's that linking to? It's linking to all of those, but it's not linking to that one. That's annoying. Okay, back in a sec. All is not completely lost. It just made one. So what it must be doing is it must be pulling in mana from somewhere else. Yeah, there we go. So it is getting mana, it's just because the other mana is being used. We need to go like that, and like that. And I don't know why. I've got the dominant spark there, 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 and there. Why do I now have 2? That's weird. Okay, that should be us. That should be us. Yeah, I think it's pulling it through this one. It's acting like a... Yeah, this one's acting as a relay. I'll have to double check. But let's do that for the moment. Cancel that crafting and put that back in. So we'll need to wait for a little while for that to charge up full of mana, and then it'll be okay. But it's a waiting game at the moment, because next up we want, oh, there it is, functional flora. We want this thing, the lunium. So we need lots of that, pixie dust, that, a rune of envy. We've got a gluttony, we need sloth and envy. Water, winter, they're reasonable. So what I can do is, I can maybe, I think what I'll do is, I'll get the this set up with automation. Seems like a plan. How's this thing doing for channels? We're doing okay at the moment, but we're going to be running out at some point. We've got automatic living rock and living wood. We've got automatic mana things. We've got automatic flowers. And we'll have automatic runes as well shortly. Don't think we really need automatic terra steel. I don't think that's strictly necessary. And I'm not seeing any necessity for getting automatic pixie dust and things like that. Really, I need to get this stuff built up with lots of mana. So, let's see. I think that probably does me for today. A little bit of a shorter episode, but you got 2 big episodes not that long ago. So I'm going to call it a day for just now. I'm going to go away and automate the runic altar. And I shall get this lot all up here filled up with the mana from downstairs. That'll keep me out of mischief over the weekend. And I shall see you next time, where we will be in a position to make all those lovely runes and all the petally things to make our lunium, and we will see what fabulous dungeon loot it ends up giving us. So until the next time, have a funs,